this video, I'll share with you things you will want to know for your embarkation day, including do's and don'ts. If it's your first time or you haven't been on a cruise in a while, this video is for you. Things have changed since last year, so it's always good to stay updated. There is a video already on what to expect. Go and watch that for more information. For those of you who have been on a cruise before or are experienced cruisers, leave your own experiences, or if you haven't been on a cruise and you consider one, let us know in the comments as well. So let's get into it. Getting ready for boarding day. You will want to do this. That is online check-in. It's usually more than 48 hours like a plane. So this varies for all cruise companies. Some will do 30 days, some will do 15 days before. So check with your cruise what it may be. If you're in a group, say for example, it's your birthday and you've invited everyone, you can check everyone in your group, but you will need their passports and booking numbers. Once you've checked everyone in, everyone else can do the rest on their own. So they can link their own credit cards to their account, and you can also do the same. Remember, you need to do this well in advance. It's easier to do the check-in on your phone because you'll need to upload your photo, and it's easier to do it on your phone because that's what I did. There is no specific requirements with the photo. Just make sure it's easily identifiable as you. Once you've checked in, you'll be assigned or asked to choose a boarding time. This is just so they can manage the crowds, basically, so that not everyone is boarding at the same time. Remember, there are thousands of people going on a ship. So for you to choose your boarding time, most experienced cruisers say the earlier the better, because your holiday can start hours before the ship actually sails away. We arrived around 1:30 in the afternoon and the ship sailed at 8 p.m. While you may not be able to avoid boarding late, maybe due to work or other commitments, I'd advise you not to leave it too late to sail away time, as they may not allow you on the ship. Once you've checked in online, you'll receive your boarding pass and your luggage labels. You'll need to print out the luggage labels. It's very important. The boarding pass, not so much, but you can also print it out if you want to, because your boarding pass will be on the app that you download onto your phone. It's always best to screenshot the boarding pass in case you have data issues when you do try to board, and it saves you from faffing about and fumbling trying to figure out where it is on your app. As I've already alluded to, you'll need to download the Cruise Line app and make sure everyone in your group has downloaded it as well. They must do this well in advance before boarding day, and there will be plenty of information they will need to update on the app. Parking. Now, if you're driving in like we did, allow for extra time for parking. There will be a parking attendant available that can direct you to your parking space, but if there isn't, because every company is different, if there isn't, you may have to find your own parking space, and that could take up time. And if you're cutting it fine, then you might miss your ship. You will need to pay for your parking in advance and display your ticket on your windscreen. So the company that does the parking may not always be the cruise ship itself, so you will have to go to a separate company to book your parking. It is advisable to pack an embarkation day bag, especially if you have children or if you've got medication that you need to take. It is a common mistake most people make, and so pack things you'll need within the next few hours before you're allowed into your cabin. So like I said, this includes your valuables, your medication, a change of clothes if you need to. If you're allowed to bring alcohol or drinks, because some cruise ships do, make sure it's in the bag that's with you. Much like a hotel, the staff are cleaning the ship from the previous trip and previous occupants. So they tend to clean the common areas first and then the cabin rooms last. That's why it takes a little bit longer for you to go into your room straight away. Although when we checked in at about 1:30, we were only allowed into our cabins around 3 p.m. The staff was still cleaning the cabins. However, the restaurant, bars, they were already open, so we went and had our lunch and chilled while we waited. So if you're entering the terminal, you'll be asked to show your passport, and on entering the ship, you'll have to present your passport and boarding pass again. So it's pretty much like you would on a plane. You show your passport in the terminal, And then when you're boarding the plane, you show that again. So make sure you have your passport ready and your boarding pass ready with you. So when you're at the terminal, what happens to your bags, you might ask? So it gets scanned, and then you are asked to leave it at the drop-off area. There are porters or bag handlers that will be there. They do not work for the ship, but they work for the terminal. So using your luggage labels, your bags will be taken to your cabin for you. When you're allowed to access your cabin, you'll find these outside your. And as I already alluded, it may take longer for your bags to arrive. So if your bag doesn't arrive, it might be that your baggage label has come off, or they have found some prohibited items, such as, you'll be surprised, an iron, a steamer, or loads of alcohol. You might be a little bit anxious and want to know what the whole process looks like from once you park to once you're inside the ship. So the process from parking your car to getting in, this varies on the time that you arrive, but generally it could be between 20 to 45 minutes. It took us about 25 minutes, to be honest, less than that. It was quick and smooth process for us. There is a misconception that the bigger the ship, the longer the check-in time. They will have a good amount of immigration officers there and staff as well to make sure that there are no delays. And like I mentioned, the fact that they have boarding times allocated to people, like you book your boarding time, there will never be too many people coming in at the same time. On entering the ship, you'll most probably enter through the main area or atrium. You might want to go to your like a master station. So this is where you watch a safety video and then you register that you have actually watched it. In our situation, everyone was told to go to their room, and then they played the video, and I'm assuming everybody was in their rooms. They played the video, and then they sounded an alarm to say this is what the alarm sounds like if something happens on the ship, etc. It was really loud. And once they did that, we then went and checked in to say that we have actually watched it. And how they get you is that they don't serve alcohol. So majority of the people on the ship are there to drink alcohol and have fun. They know who's on the ship. If one person hasn't registered, the bar will not be open. Some cruise ships allow you to watch the safety video before you board the ship. So it is available on the app, so you can do that. And it will register that you have actually watched it. So yes, it is mandatory that everyone does this. So once you've done all that, you're free to party. And there will be a Sailaway party. So whatever time your Sailaway time is, so if it's 8 p.m., 5 p.m., whatever it is, there will be a party in the main area. I'll do a vlog style video of what went down with the girls when we went on the 50th birthday party. Like I said, it was my first experience of a cruise, and that was amazing. Look out for that video. Enjoy the cruise. It surprised me how amazing it was. Oh, and there will be professional photos being taken throughout the day, throughout the length of your cruise. You are not forced to buy them. And if you decide to keep them, you can buy them on your last day of the cruise. So yeah, capture the memories. But don't be afraid to ask me any questions. Leave those in the comment bar below and I'll answer what I can. I'm using natural lighting to film, so I'm probably darker now than I was when I started. So that's it from me. Bye.